And more breaking news. This out of the village of Slinger up in Washington County, where two trains collided and derailed there, causing at least 60 homes to be evacuated.
This happened at the Highway 144 crossing in Slinger at about 8:30 last night. Our Jonah Kaplan is live at the scene this morning with new information. Hi, Jonah.
Quite a noisy night and morning for everyone here living in Slinger. Not just what happened last night, but what's happening right now. First of all, you hear the bells ringing of those ding, 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 all those barricades that come down. No trains are coming, everything's shut down, but it's because of all the work that's going on. Look at the heavy machinery and some of the people that are working there, all the technicians. There must be, I don't know, more than 2 or 3 dozen of them from Canadian National and from Wisconsin Southern Railroads. And of course, on this side here, you see some of the train cars that have moved out of the way. And let's explain what happened, because anyone who's been on Amtrak or maybe the Metro in Chicago, these are not two tracks that are parallel with each other. It's not like two trains collided head-on, one-on-one, on one of those tracks. But actually what happened was that these tracks kind of intersect with each other, going in different directions. And in the middle, that was a point of impact. And now that we understand what happened, let's take a look up above where we can get a better view. Part of the investigation will try to figure out which train maybe ignored a signal, didn't see the signal, maybe went too fast coming in. We learned today from some of the technicians that the speed limit on these tracks is 60 miles an hour, but that doesn't mean those trains were going that way. 13 cars total tipped or fell over and derailed, 3 locomotives, and then 10 cars carrying anything from sand to plastic pellets to lumber. These locomotives carried a lot of diesel fuel. Some of these trains expected to go to Illinois, maybe further. They spilled. Since we couldn't even see what happened, we asked the fire chief to paint a picture of what it was like when that boom first sounded.
There's lumber on the ground from a couple lumber cars. The engines, 2 of them are in line with the track, 1 is perpendicular to the track, so there is twisted metal and so forth.
And one of the companies, was Canadian National. There were 2 crew members on that train that were actually injured with non-life-threatening injuries. They were taken to a hospital. Number of people forced to leave their homes this morning because of the threat of some of that diesel fuel, some of the other particles that were spilled. Coming up later on Daybreak, we're actually going to hear from some of those families what the night was like, a traumatic experience for them, and kind of fun family bonding time, just trying to find ways to stay awake and stay together. We are live in Slinger, Wisconsin. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
Jonah, thank you very much. The big freeway closure